PD5 Pilot with you on a Saturday morning. I'm back out at the hangar and doing some more work at the seat, and just take a look outside. Is that a pretty rainy, awful looking day outside? Don't think it's IFR. I think you can get out and scud run under that, but not a pretty day for flying, not a pretty day for keeping dry. But it's a good day to be in the hangar, and I've taken that seat frame and designed and cut out the headrest for it. Got all the parts bent. And the thing to check now, I've got some of the preliminary holes drilled, but what we want to make sure is that when we're setting this down, do we have a really square sitting chair? Does that sit really square? So I'm not dealing with some funny angles, so when I go stick it into the plane, and of course that's relying on the plane being pretty straight too, but next job, since I've got that marked out, is I'll be marking all the little drill holes for all the rest of the rivets that are going to go into these parts. We need to pull all those clecos out, drill everything, and then make sure they fit, up drill, do the dimple dyeing. So a lot of work to get this set. I'm probably not going to finish this weekend because I actually ordered a roller, a bead roller from one of the companies that advertises on Facebook all the time, Eastwood. And it's a little 8-inch job, but it's going to allow me to roll the edges. So these edges here are going to get a roll. I might put a bead as well as a roll to add a little strength in there, as well as up on these parts too. Do a little bit of work to make it a little stronger seat. Also make it look better, and that'll also allows me to do the little angles for the supports that are going to go into the back here to help make that seat stronger. If you don't think that's a lot of drilling, let me tell you, that's a lot of drilling. I've got the protective plastic off of these aluminum pieces now. We're getting prepped to finish the edges and deburr and dimple dye these pieces, and then make sure it's fit with more of the larger clecos. Make sure that I've got that headrest aligning the way that I want it to. So that's the next set of tasks to do. And now that's given a better representation of the finished seat. I've got really nice spacing on all those rivets, working on aligning that headrest. I've got to design the pattern for how the rivets go into the top, so it ends up being a real neat looking seat. And then of course I'll be designing the braces. You saw in the SketchUp Pro plan I do have the braces partially designed, but I'm waiting to get that bead roller to see how those pieces come out when I run them through. All right, everything's up drilled to 1/8 of an inch. I have the patterning for how the headrest is going to fit on. And then of course, some of these central rivets are going to tie into the central support that runs up there, but quite happy with how my seat's coming out. There we have all the deburring done, all the dimpling done. So that's a total of 266 holes. So those of you who haven't done this, that's a lot of work. Those of you who have done this, we're in the same club. And there's clecoed back together for fit. And right now I'm deciding I could actually put all the edges on. What I have to do is leave this section right here out, because that gets additional rivets, but I can actually make those up after the fact and get the rest of the seat actually assembled it together. Nice square and feels like a pretty solid seat. And talk about a custom fit, because it was custom made for this plane and my frame. So all right, now it's back taking it apart so I can do some more work. All right, everything's laid out and just getting ready to hit it with that MEK, that wonderful smelling solution, and then we're going to mix up some proseal and get to work putting this together. It's clecoed back together, but this time with a nice help in a proseal. You can see a little bit of the overflow and spillage, but now to get to work putting rivets in. There is a finished seat, except for this little center section where the bracing is going to additionally attach. So I'll leave the clecos in there till the proseal is set up a little more, and then I'll pull those clecos out, which will leave the holes available to when I proseal on the other part. But nice looking. I like the rivet pattern on it, and that's going to make a good looking seat. So I'm going to call that a day. I'll let the proseal set up, come out here, do a little more cleanup tomorrow, and get to work on some other things I have to get done on the plane, like a couple of things with fuel lines. BD5 Pilot is out for now. I look forward to seeing you all later.